Hi everyone, welcome to our Simply Buffed workout. This is a dumbbell multi-muscle workout and we're going to do various exercises using dumbbells. So grab your dumbbells and let's get started. Our first exercise today is going to be a side lateral raise and turning into a press, sometimes known as a rotator cuff raise, and then turning vertically into a press. We're using around a medium weight for these exercises today, so you don't want to go too heavy, especially on these rotator cuff movements. Simply keeping your arms at 90 degrees, raise them up to the side to 90 degrees, turn upwards and press overhead. So there's a lot of 90 degree movements going on. 90 degrees up to the shoulders, 90 degrees to vertical, and then press overhead. And rest. Next exercise, a little variation on the front dumbbell raise. We've got our hands slightly behind our rear, and we're going to raise the arm to the front. To do this, you need to raise the hands slightly out to bring the arm around the hips and raise up to the front. So you're holding the dumbbell behind your glutes and then bringing each alternating arm around the hip into the shoulder raise. This eliminates any swing and really isolates that front deltoid. We are doing this exercise with the palm down, and a little tip here is to lead with your wrist rather than leading with your knuckles to make sure that you don't bend the wrist as you raise. And rest. Next up, we have a variation on a Romanian deadlift into a curl. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the dumbbells in a face up position and keeping the elbows soft. We're going to hinge from the hip, sticking your glutes out, keeping your back straight and your head up, softening the knees very slightly, and then simply driving the glutes back in, returning to our standing position and going into a front curl. This is similar to a Romanian deadlift, but it's really more in isolation for the glutes. This is a particularly good exercise if you have trouble with the hinging movement of a deadlift or squats. This can isolate the glutes much better without the pressure of the rest of the exercise. And rest. Alright guys, next up we have the hang dumbbell side lunges. These are great exercise for the inner thigh and the glutes. It's going to isolate each side, so all the weight's going to be going from one side to the other. You want to have a little rest pause in the middle, so don't just travel from side to side but actually go up and down slightly, so you lower and have to push back up each time. Your feet should be square, body facing forward, head up, back straight. You'll also feel this in your core, especially if you're using slightly heavier weights. That's great guys, you're doing brilliant. Okay, onto the ground. Off we go, and we're going to do a chest press or a floor chest press with the dumbbells and going into a toe touch while holding the weights. Now guys, I want to say here's a very important safety tip. Not only when you're doing the chest press do you want to lower the elbows gently to the floor, do not hit them into the floor. Remember, you're going to go quicker because you've got weights in your hands, but also this one you're holding the weight over your head, alright, over your chest. So be very, very careful, make sure you've got a good grip on those dumbbells, especially as you do the press, because if the weight takes you, you could cause a serious injury. So please do make sure you've got a good grip on those dumbbells, and be very careful when you're lowering your elbows to simply touch the floor gently before returning to the top position. And rest. Alright guys, so that's round 1 done, round 2 and final round coming up. Alright. So as I was saying before, standing position, dumbbells, arms at right angles, and we're going to raise the arm to 90 degrees, then we're going to turn it 90 degrees upwards and press overhead. And with the shoulder press, you want to make sure it goes over towards the back of your head, keep your abs tight, make sure not to arch your back in those. And we are isolating the rotator cuff in this, so do be careful and make sure your weight is light. If you're required to go down, then make sure you pick up a lighter weight. That's fantastic guys, you're doing really good. Try to make sure it stays in the shoulder, you're going to feel the burn on that one. Up to the sides, rotate and press. Make sure to use a light weight for these ones particularly guys. And rest. Okay, and next up we've got the dumbbell behind to front raise. Our variation today. So as I said before, we've got the back of the hand up against the glutes, and we're bringing the hand around the hip, raising it to the front and holding a little rest pause at the top of each movement. So you're lifting the arm up, a little tiny rest, a little pause at the top where you hold the weight there for a second before lowering it back down. It's only a very small second, but it's just there. Try not to swing the weight, use no momentum, try to lift purely with the strength of the shoulder. And every once in a while, do recheck your speed. Make sure you're starting to swing. You want to isolate the front delt on this one, and it's very easy to cheat. One of the reasons for the hands behind the back, less cheating. Alright, so we've got our variation on the Romanian deadlift with dumbbells. Only lowering the weights to the knees and then driving back up using the glutes. Then in our standing position we go into our basic front curl. So the elbows are soft, hinging the hip back, push your glutes back, lowering the weight to the knee, and then returning to our standing position and going into our front curl. That's great guys, just keep going. And like I said before, even though we're doing 2 exercises in one, make sure that each exercise is as important as the other. Good form and good technique throughout the whole workout. Good job guys. And rest. Alright, when I'm demoing these guys, you're going to find that you'll be a second behind. So make sure you do maybe 1 or 2 reps after the beep. Alright, we're into our hang dumbbell side lunges. Feet square, toes in, back straight, head up. Let the weights hang. Very important to keep your core tight. Don't let your shoulders drop forward or round your shoulders. And if it helps, keep an eye on point on the wall in front of you to make sure that you keep your balance. This is definitely an exercise I do recommend guys, especially if you want to focus on your glutes and your inner thigh. Just let those weights hang in front. Doing great, keep going. See, shorter than you think. Alright guys, onto the floor, final exercise. We've got our floor dumbbell chest press into our weighted toe touch. And again guys, do remember the safety element, that you are pressing a weight up towards the toes, and as you get tired towards the end of a workout, accidents can happen. So just make sure you got a really good grip on those dumbbells, and also make sure that you're lowering with control if you're going to touch the elbows to the floor. Now I do just want to say guys that these workouts are for those days when you haven't got so much time. When you do have a little bit more time, I do suggest doing slightly longer workouts. You can always repeat the workout you know, maybe challenge yourself, you know, build yourself from doing 10 minutes up to 15, maybe 20. So, you know, go ahead and maybe repeat this workout and other workouts, or combine the two together, you know, maybe do this whole workout and then do an abs workout. Do check out our other videos, guys. They are all available to you. Have a great day. You've done fantastic.